Hi guys, time for more castle building fun. Remember last time I talked about how to build a castle that's really hard to break into? Well, today's castle is kind of the opposite. I want to make a castle that's as inviting as possible. The idea is that I'd like to host a server, so I wanted to think about what kind of buildings I'd like to build for the players to find when they first arrive. I think mountainous environments work better than forest environments for multiplayer because with a mountainous environment it's easier for the players to spread out a little bit without getting lost. One of the easiest ways to avoid getting lost is to notice a particularly distinctive looking hill and then you can climb up on it, and every time you aren't sure where you are, you just look for that hill and climb up it and then look down and you can find your house. So I thought logically the best thing to start with on a server would be a really distinctive looking castle on the top of a mountain that players can see from a distance, including from the spawn point. When players arrive on the server, they immediately see this castle and then they can climb up the stairs to it. Inside the castle I made a public boarding house where the players can stay until they're ready to start building their own houses. They can share items here. They can do cooking and crafting and brewing. They can sleep. And they can enchant. And from up here they can look around and see the whole countryside to see where other players have built and try to pick a good place for their own houses. In this room I had fun making kind of a medieval great hall or banquet hall. Most of the rooms and towers aren't furnished though, so it's really very customizable. You can add whatever you want. The backyard has livestock and a fountain, and the front yard has a garden with fruits and vegetables. Downstairs there's an enchanting table surrounded by a library for advanced enchanting. So people with low level can enchant at the top of the tower, and people with a high level can do some really cool enchanting down here. In the basement of the castle there's a huge open room. All of the towers of the castle connect down to it, either by stairs or by ladders. Down here I decided to go for a totally different style of decor, using sandstone and especially patterned sandstone as kind of like wallpaper. One of the coolest parts though is the mine. I basically just cut straight diagonally down all the way down to bedrock and put in rails. And by luck, I happened to cut through a rather extensive cave system that's really fun to explore. I also put in one of these X-ray machines because I wanted to find some kind of abandoned mine shaft, but unfortunately I couldn't find one. And now I'd like to talk a little bit about the design of the castle. You probably noticed that I went out of my way to avoid making the towers regular and symmetrical. As I've said before, since everything in Minecraft is this perfect cubical grid, this very regular square-edged cubical grid, it's very easy to make all of your buildings these giant boxes, just completely smooth rectangles, and you can end up with some just really ugly designs by doing that. But I like the organic landscapes that are automatically generated in Minecraft, and I wanted to use that kind of irregularity to make a pretty castle. Or rather, I should say, Oliver Blackhole was watching Sleeping Beauty, and I saw the castle in the background, and I thought, ah, that's perfect, I should make a castle like that. All those towers with all their different irregular shapes and sizes, that's perfect. For reference, here's the Disney castle. Of course, Disney didn't really invent this design. It's copied from a very famous and beautiful castle in Germany, Neuschwanstein. And here's my Minecraft version of the same idea. And now I'd like to go back in time to when I was building it to show you a little bit of how I did it. I basically just took a steep hill and drew a row of bricks all the way around the outside of the hill. So the outline of one horizontal slice of the top of the hill served as a footprint for the castle. That gave it a shape that's irregular in an attractive way. You can see I also added the footprints of some towers, and I extended those both upwards and downward. Extending the towers downward makes the castle look like it's built right into the mountain, which of course it is. The downward extensions of the towers are the passageways that connect the towers with the basement. So I hope you like this castle. I've put in the description of the video where you can download it if you'd like to play on this castle, or you can just use some of the ideas maybe in building your own castles. I'll see you next time I think of another crazy Minecraft building idea. Bye!